Welcome to Suburbicon, your friendly neighborhood environment for murder, dark thoughts, and complete misleading. So, I saw Suburbicon last night. Sorry I couldn't get a review up for it later on last night, but I'm getting it now. And I'm going to say, I'll say right up front, I didn't hate the movie. In fact, I liked the movie. I thought it was an okay movie. Was it amazing? No. Was it one of Clooney's best? No. Was it one of Coen Brothers' best written? No. But it was fine. But let me tell you something. If you think you have an idea of what this movie is going into it by watching the trailer, good luck with that concept. Because what the movie is made to look like from the way it's edited, the way it's structured from the trailer, is that Matt Damon plays a father in a 50s suburban neighborhood, and he's somehow in debt with the mob, and he's trying to do what's best for his family. It's like, I'm going to do what's best for the family. And you get that like awkward moment of eating the sandwiches. It's like he just killed the guy. So you get the sense from the trailer that he's the protagonist. That ain't the case at fucking all. If anything, he's one of the main. He's like a sociopath, man. So what apparently the movie is partly about is the fact that Matt Damon, Julianne Moore star with together. But Julianne Moore plays his wife and his sister-in-law. They're twin sisters, and they're trying to pull off an insurance fraud, an insurance scam, due to the death of his wife from these gangsters who he also owed money to. However, the movie doesn't even start with that because the main point of the story that we're also getting to, the other side plot, is this new black couple moves into the neighborhood. And it's the first black couple in Suburbicon, period. It's the 50s. So, yeah, there's some tension there. And I'm watching this, and Powers That Be was sitting next to me, as well as our friend Peter. And, he made us like, oh, that's a Coenverse for you. They make these things uncomfortable. It's like, yeah, we kind of forget the 50s were kind of like that, unfortunately. Just these race mobs and stuff. It's like, no, and you look at it nowadays, and some social commentary, unfortunately. But you look at it these days, and from the perspective of someone who's lived through the 90s, who lives in the new millennium, lives in the new... sorry, I had an itch. And no, I was not scratching my ass. I was scratching the back of my back. Actually, yeah, I was just scratching my ass. I was scratching my back. As someone who lives in a day and age where, generally speaking, take the crap that idiots spew out of the equation. Generally speaking, we live in a society that's far more accepting of just race and culture than back in the 50s. As someone who believes that in racial equality and that race really shouldn't matter one way or the other, I'm looking at all this going on, I'm like, oh man, I want to just pimp smack all you asses, right? Just back of my hand. Just does it. But this guy just, nope, you're gonna stop that. No, you're gonna stop that. No, you're gonna stop that. I'm just like, yo. Point being, so that's like a driving subplot. I'm guessing it's hard because we start one way. We start with the couple. So immediately we start with this. It's just like, hi, welcome neighborhood. Is Mrs. Miller in? It's like, oh, I'm Miss Miller, and you see the mailman suddenly go, I see. All right then. I was having the mail. Oh yes. And then he just goes to the next person. Like, have you met your neighbors? The movie's not unfun. The movie's definitely got dark humor to it. It does. It's definitely a Coen Brothers written movie. It's not a Coen Brothers directed, but we knew that. No, it's definitely a Coen Brothers written movie. You can tell just by the dialogue that it was done by the Coen Brothers. And tone too. Despite the fact it's Clooney doing it, it definitely feels like tone. Visually, what I'm looking at feels like a Coen Brothers movie. So Clooney did a good job at capturing that. And I mean, I could go in joke by joke, character by actor. I'm going to point out a couple things that really stood out to me. One, Oscar Isaac shows up, and he's bar none the best part of the entire film. He's only in 2 scenes, I think he's on screen for maybe 10, 15 minutes at best, and then he gets spoilers. You actually do kind of see it in one of the trailers. He gets killed. Uh, that you see it in the trailer where she grinds up those pills, and you think she's putting it in the coffee, and he's drinking it. But that's not actually what she did. She actually put lye in the coffee instead, which was actually cleverly foreshadowed. I was wondering because I saw the scene where he drank the coffee coming. I'm like, okay, when did she put those pills in? And we're gonna cut to it because I didn't see her put the pills in. All of a sudden, he starts like grabbing his throat, and then she says, "I put lye in it." And we remember that we saw a scene of her cleaning the sink with lye. So I'm like, all right, that was kind of well foreshadowed. I'll give him credit on that. But man, Oscar Isaac is just this smooth talking insurance fraud or insurance investigator, basically. It's like, yeah, no, don't worry, it doesn't smell like that. No, this stinks. This stinks. um, so just watching, I love watching Oscar Isaac. Oscar Isaac's great in anything I see him in. I got my beauty of actually having it on doing this on my computer as opposed to like doing it in the cars. I can actually get the internet up. I actually had the Suburbicon. Who was the actor? I mean, Julianne Moore is. I like the fact that they've really, really not perfected, but really gotten down that whole dual performance, like what Tom Hardy did in. Oh God, the one where Legend, what he did in Legend, where he played the twin brothers. They've really gotten a handle on that. I wouldn't say it's 100% perfected, but I didn't notice anything in here that stood out. So no, it was I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty well, good indeed. Good. I thought it was pretty well done pretty well. Those were the words I was looking for. Seriously, this is. Okay, yeah, Suburbicon. 1 second. Where the hell is all our main actors here? Give me 1 second here. They're I see because I had the cast list up, and none of the main characters are here. So, in fact, 1 second. Okay, Noah. Oh, okay, that's where they are. All right. Seems as they were further down for some reason on the IMDb page. Okay. No, the guy who plays his Uncle Mitch, which is where are you, Mitch? Yeah, Gary Bessaraba. You get the impression early on like he's just that kind of goofball brother-in-law uncle. It's like, who loves you like a son? It's like, my dad. Oh, well, see, little shit. All right, here. And who loves you? He loves to keep all the coins you can keep in your pockets. And then he just puts them on. It's like, whoa, you're getting heavy. He does all that. He's just kind of tossing him around. So, but then you see, like, you get the idea. You see him talking to a priest at one point. It's like he's concerned about his nephew, rightfully so, as it turns out. And then when the gangsters come to kill the aunt and kill the aunt, she gets choked out. And the gangster's coming up, and he's trying to get the kid under the bed and just trying to cut him. All of a sudden, someone steps in to save him. I'm like, is it Matt Damon? Maybe. But then I hear him say, "Who the hell are you?" And I'm like, guys, nope, his uncle came to save him. And sure enough, his uncle came to save him. I see this like you realize this guy really was just a good guy, what a business. He just had a good heart and just wanted to make sure he do right by his nephew. And you see him hiding him in the closet. And I immediately wonder, was like, why'd you give him the gun? I was like, oh, okay. And then he goes and you see him walking with the knife in his back and just sits down like hello on the phone. And then he's dead by the time Matt Damon gets back. So. You feel bad. He was just a guy trying to do the right thing by his family. So that was kind of sad on that part. Matt Damon. Matt Damon's good in this. And my God, this is the type of character you do not see Matt Damon really playing. And I mean that he's not necessarily a hard-edged sociopath or a hard-edged dark overall, because for a while you think he's trying to do best by the family and all that. Then you realize he's having an affair with the aunt, or just having a sexual relationship with the aunt after the mother passed, probably having an affair too. And then it really starts to get dark. Like when he's talking about like sitting in the military school, like because that was the first thing. I was like, okay, 50s, whatever, I get that, but you get a hint of it there. And then the end of the movie, like the last 10 minutes of the movie, that's where we really get an idea of the depths of this guy. This is not a good guy at all. He's talking to his son, and this was a foreshadowed in the movie. Well, it was foreshadowed in the movie, but Julianne Moore basically makes the kid a sandwich and glass of milk, peanut butter and jelly sandwich and glass of milk with like she pretty much unloads an entire bottle of medication there to basically she's gonna kill the kid, but he's wised up to this, and she puts it on the table, and then she gets choked out and gets left there. And this whole time, and the minute I saw that happen, I'm like, and that's how Matt Damon dies, because up until that point, if you watch the trailer, you've not seen the scene where he's sitting there with the blood on his face just eating the sandwich. So he's then sitting there talking to his son about what they're going to do, and his son just goes, "You call the cops." Like, I'm going to call the cops when we're done with our talk. And you just see a sandwich in the mirror. Like we could hear a kind of a murmuring chuckle. It's like, I was like, yeah, up and comes asshole. But then he starts talking. He's like, it's like, it's you did this. Was it? You think you know? You think you know what I wanted? What do you think you know? It's like when you're adult, you have to make decisions. And then these animals, they killed your mother, they killed your aunt, and they killed you. And I tried to stop them. And I tried. I got cut a little bit too. Maybe I got cut here. Nothing life threatening. And it just starts like, I wish I could save him. Oh, his rooms are too great. And it just starts crying. It's like, dude, you're threatening to kill your, I'm guessing, 10-year-old kid. And it's like, or you can think about it, and we can go to Aruba. And it's like, start new. It's like, take some time to think about it. It's Sunday. You got all the time in the world. It just downs the milk, finishes the peanut butter and jelly. I'm like, Jesus, dude. But then the kids then later, and of course, but when the morning comes, you see the kid just watching TV, and the dad's just there dead at the table, and he just goes out and plays ball with the neighbor boy. So yeah, I'm like, okay, the kid's alive, but he's mentally done for. He's screwed up in the head for life. It's like, just a nice quiet moment of playing ball. Mm-hmm. And then he'll just probably snap, just just Home Alone. Just in a nice comfy white coat for the rest of his life. I mean, Jesus. Now what I say is it's a bad. It's got some weird. I wouldn't say it's got editing problems or pacing problems. It just tonally, it's a dark movie, man. In the beginning, it was like first 50% of the movie was pretty solid, and then once it got to the last, I want to say half hour, it really kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say it got bad for me. It took a dark tone that I'm not certain I was a huge fan of, but I mean the fact that Matt Damon did get axed off, I could live with that. So yeah, spoilers by the way, and I put it in a label. But what would I give Suburbicon? Oh, it's one of the better movies I've seen in the last, I don't know, month or so, give or take. I would probably go. It's a 6, maybe even 6.5. It's not amazing. It's not going to break any records. Probably not even going to be number 1 this week. I don't think I put it at number 1. But it's fine for what it is. I mean, trailers. If I remember trailers, we got Daddy's Home 2. I think it's the newest one with John Cena in it. I'm like, yay! All right, cool. That honestly, that wasn't that bad. Oh God, what was the one? What was it called? It's got Morgan Freeman and Tommy Lee Jones. Morgan Freeman's the guy who owns this retirement community home, and Tommy Lee Jones comes in. He's pretty much just the lazy man all around. He's just upstarting everything. It actually doesn't look bad at all. So I could be down for that. Den of Thieves with Gerard Butler. That looks really good. That looks really good. I'm down for that. What's some of the other ones? Trying to think. I know. I got a couple. We got a couple ones. That one with about the 3 billboards outside of, I can't remember the town name. The one whose daughter is murdered, and she makes 3 billboards. She's causing ruckus because her daughter was murdered, and she doesn't believe the police are doing enough about it. And that doesn't look bad either. We had a lot of trailers. I can't remember them all. This was last night. I'm amazed I can remember all these trailers as it is. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that pops into my head. We didn't get any superhero trailers. Didn't get Star Wars trailers. Nope, can't think of any of the other ones. But I could list off 4, so hey, that's something. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. If you have ideas for what would win, Star Wars, superhero, magic, what if, anything I do on the channel, put in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to it at some point. I'm going to pre-record the Who Wins again because that actually was very useful. So I'm going to have Saturday and Sundays up. I'm going to give a little disclaimer about the Who Would Win suggestions. Not that there's anything wrong with you giving me Halloween suggestions, but you should know how long it's going to take for me to get to those because we're nearing Halloween. So thanks for watching. Later.